All right, so we've installed our queen cells. We're coming back looking, seeing if we've got any kind of a take. Hopefully the bees aren't too disagreeable right now. They, unfortunately, it's not the best day to be getting into bees. So I'm gonna try to be real easy with them and just see if we can't find us a queen. I'm gonna start off by just looking for eggs. We installed, these queens would have emerged April 8th. And you can see we've got some freshly drawn comb here. So I think that they at least look like they're doing okay. I'm gonna ease it up. I'm gonna lean it right here against it. So if the queen was on this, hopefully she would fall off to the ground and then she just run back inside. But I don't see any eggs on that frame, so I'm gonna lean towards she may not be on that one just yet. Look at the other side here. Trying to look for eggs. Nothing yet. Let's just go on to the next frame. They seem to be pretty calm working the combs. I feel like there's a queen in here. We just got to spot her. And here's some fresh brood. Yep, there's our queen. We do have one. Oh, she's going around the other side. See, oh, she's coming back towards me now. She's not one to let me get a hold of her, it doesn't look like. Did she go back to the other side or did she drop down to the box? There she is. So what we're going to attempt to do is come up right behind her and just grab her by both wings. All right, there's our queen. We'll set her right here on me. Ooh. We'll drop her there for a second. I'm going to grab her by those legs. Trying to be careful with her and not squeeze her too hard. We don't want to crush her. There we go. I don't know why my hands keep shaking. I don't know if it's because I'm doing it for the video or what, but all right. All we're going to do is drop her right back down in there, apparently. All right, let's try this one more time. Pick her up. Try and do it on the right hand, maybe. Again, I don't know if it's because it's the camera or what, but I have had a heck of a time. But basically, we just want to pick her up real lightly. We're just going to dab the back there just a little bit. That's it. That's all it takes. Now she's marked. So that represents a 2024 queen. They may or may not like that little dot there, but it'll dry pretty quick. what we're going to do is we're just going to ease her right back down into the box, because that means that this nuke is going to be ready to go probably in another 2 to 3 weeks. We'll have a marked queen. We'll come back through. We'll look for her again. Make sure everything's up to speed before we may consider selling or using this one. But that has got it taken care of. Let's go see if we can find us another one that we can maybe demonstrate. A little bit of a smaller nuke, but I do believe that when I was in here the other day that I did see a queen. So let's take another look and see if I was right. There's a little bit of nectar, which blackberries are blooming. I don't think it's coming in as heavy as I would have liked, but I think we've had some rain and a few other things. That little cool weather that's probably contributed to that. I'm still hopeful that with all the moisture we've had, that we may get a pretty good flow before the season's done with. There's our queen in this box. Right there.
Big.
That's another bee. Don't want you on me. Keep coming up underneath the other bees there for me. You got to try to pick her up by the wings. You don't ever want to pick her up by the abdomen, because that's where all of her eggs are, and you don't want to damage that area of her body. There's our queen. Another one marked. So we'll just ease her back down in here. And I don't know, let's see. I'm going to move this one and just see if we can see some eggs real quick. I'm just going to come to this second to inside frame. I feel like that's where they would have put eggs first. But these should be, by now, mated queens. I don't see anything on that one. Let's look back on the frame she was on for just a second. But as long as she is, and as elongated as she is, I can't imagine that she's not a mated queen. Matter of fact, I would imagine that's her brood right there. So yeah, these queens look like they're doing very well. And they're going to be ready to, some of these are going to be ready to sell sooner rather than later, I would imagine. And there she is one last time. And if you look down in these cells, you can see lots of eggs. Let's see, there's one more right next to us over there that we can take a peek at. If we wanted to at this point, we could turn these these queens, we could replace queens that we have. We could continue to let them grow out and grow into bigger boxes and eventually start their own. All right, we're going to look at one more and see what we can find. This looks like a good hive. Again, if you look, the bees in this box, they seem to be focused on what they're doing. As far as they're working like they have a purpose. They don't seem to be erratic, running all over, which makes me believe we probably have a queen inside of this hive as well. Now, you won't get 100% take. I know there'll be some that we did that won't have a queen in them. And I don't see any eggs right offhand in this particular frame. But let's keep looking. We'll set this frame right here. Again, same kind of idea. If the queen was on there, hopefully she would fall off and run into the front of the box. So a little bit more smoke at them, just to drive everybody back down. I can see our queen cell in this box, or at least our queen cell protector. It's right here. So this would have been the frame that she would have emerged on. When we flip it around, we'll see, and it does look like she emerged. Or as you can look down in there and see where the cap had emerged. I'll set it right here for now. Now let's see, let's look for eggs, see if we see anything. I don't see any on this frame, so let's go one more frame in. At least right now, I'm not seeing any eggs. And I don't necessarily see a queen. Look at the next frame in. And like I said, unfortunately, we're not going to get 100%, so this could be our first dud. I know the queen emerged. I know she came out, so she was in here at one time. Oh, wait.
They're all working.
There she is. She doesn't look, this one doesn't look to be mated, though. But there she is. I'm going to leave her alone for a little bit. We're not going to worry about marking her just yet, but we will come back and we'll look. It looks like she's got both her wings. I don't see anything wrong with her necessarily. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll just close this one up since it doesn't appear to be mated yet. I don't know what the, and she could be that she's mated and she just hasn't started laying like the other ones have yet. Not every single hive is going to come along or gets at the same speed. But that is 3 different of our nucs that we've eyeballed. And again, let's see. We've done that one, that one, that one. I happen to know some of those I don't believe took. We could look at that one real quick, but I'm pretty positive that one of these is a fail. I think it could be maybe this one, maybe not. That one looks pretty good, really. Maybe it's the next one up. Let's look at it. Oh no, that one looks real good. Was it this one? I was in one of these the other day, and it looked to me like, wow, that one looks amazing. It ain't that one. I was going to show you one that I feel like didn't take. But which one was it? I felt pretty positive it was this one. But it definitely looks like there's more bees in it. So let's just take a look and see what we find. Same thing as always. We'll take the first frame out. We'll take a look at it. And then if we see her, we'll just go ahead and try to mark her. If not, we'll set it in front. And this way, if we happen to miss her, hopefully she'll run right into the box. Which I had looked at some of these earlier just to kind of get an idea on which ones maybe had taken and which ones hadn't. And I'm reasonably confident this is one of them I felt like was a dud. I didn't see a queen in it. Well, I pinched one. That's my fault. In case you're curious what happened, I did get stung in the thumb, but that's because I grabbed her. When I was trying to take that propolis off, I wasn't paying attention to what the other hand was doing. We're going to go ahead and to help make sure we curve some of that alarm pheromone, I'm going to blow a little smoke on my thumb. Hopefully that will mask that. We'll blow a little bit more smoke on them, and we'll take another look into the next frame. Like I said, I'd like to hopefully find us a queen. I'd much rather us have another success as opposed to a failure. I just don't see any eggs.
The big old pollen pants.
Yeah, I mean they're still working. And what we'll ultimately do is if I end up being pretty sure that there's no queen in here, I'll end up, combining these with other hives so that other hives will get a little bit of a boost. Because I've got some that maybe I think could use a little bit more in the way of the field bees. Which I just don't see eggs. I don't see a queen. I feel like this is one that we had that's probably ultimately a dud. So on the other side real quick. That's an old queen cell. Alright, we got one more frame. Which I'm feeling pretty confident that, and you have to expect that some are not going to take. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like them to all be, gosh darn it, that's 2 in a row that got me. But same thing. Only reason I got stung is because I grabbed it. But I didn't think there's going to be anything on the other side there. Alright, well anyway, long story short, I do not see a queen. So I do not believe there's one in here. They just seem a little bit more jittery, a little bit more kind of flighty running on the comb. And I don't see any evidence of a queen. There's no eggs. I don't see a queen. But we'll close them up. We'll give them another week or two just to see in case maybe there's a small virgin running around there that I'm missing. And then if we don't see her, ultimately what we'll end up doing is combining them with different hives. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the bottom in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll try to get back with you with any answers that we can. Thank y'all.